Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great men, starting with well. And Shalom to you, sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters, listen and learning, to you, brothers preaching, teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth. This is your brother Nathan, come out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. Coming back with a quick one through the spirit. I got a couple clips from our news article, based off of this devastating earthquake that's happened in Venezuela. All right, as the death toll continues to rise and the missing, I mean, close to 50,000 plus missing, thousand, over 1,000 people dead. It was a devastating, you know, terror of the Lord, man. Okay, and that's amongst what the Northern Kingdom, our people, okay, who was stuck on idolatry and all manner of witchcraft because it refused to turn back to Yahweh Shemel Shai. So judgment's reigning throughout the four corners of the earth amongst our people. You know, that's why the judgment begins with our people. Like First Peter 4:17 talks about. Let's get that real quick. Get that real quick. This is First Peter 4:17. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Shemel Shai." So ultimately, judgment's gonna come with those that know the truth. All right, those that call themselves servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai, but do wickedly, they gonna be destroyed. All right, the ones that claim to know, you know what I'm saying? It says, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? So you see, they're gonna be, if it starts with the house of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, if y'all gonna be destroyed first because of what disobedience, teaching false doctrine, all right. How it said, how much more than they obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shemel Shai? Talking about what, two-thirds of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're all set to be jacked up, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. But also, what you see the Lord jacking our people up throughout the four corners of the earth. And it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, right, those that know the truth and that are doing everything to the best of their ability to please Yahweh Shemel Shai, and if they scarcely be saved, right, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? I mean, what? They're going to be destroyed. So if the righteous that are trying to do right are going to be barely going to make it out of this destruction, how much more the non-believers, and then of course the ungodly, the ones that are these heathen, from the Edomites, so-called white people on down. All right, let's get back to this.
A series of earthquakes happen all over the world, but the one in Venezuela devastates the country. A 7.2 and a 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit Venezuela one right after another. 165 people have been confirmed dead. Almost 1,000 people have been confirmed injured. These earthquakes were not alone yesterday, though. There was a small earthquake in California that rattled everybody, and there was a significant earthquake in Japan that shook cameras and everything. Why did all of these earthquakes hit on the same day? For years, science fiction told us about secret weapons that can cause earthquakes. And look, these things could just happen sometimes, but all of them happening together, it seems strange to me.
Right, because they possess the harp and different other instruments of destruction that's been given to Esau Edom, the so-called white man's hand, all right, to rain destruction on the earth. Now, at the end all be all, what? All this destruction goes to who? Yahweh Shemel Shai. Rather, Esau is pushing forth it and the Lord allowing it, or the Lord just pushing a button on stuff, but end all be all the Lord caused it. So you get that real quick. This is this is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh Shema Shai, do all these things. Right, so y'all can't get around this shit. All right, it's the Lord, all right, jacking people up. The good, bad, and ugly. It's all ordained by the Lord to do these things. So you can't get a, so you can't get around it, you know? All right, so it's the Lord is in total control. He both sides of the fence. A lot of people be like, "Oh, that was just Satan." Blah blah blah. Nah, guess who's employed by Satan? Guess who Satan's employed by? Yahweh. Okay, he's on that left hand side working his bill. All right, let's go back.
It seems strange to me. Or maybe it's Mother Nature telling us all that she's sick of our shit. What do you guys think is going on? Let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, guys, drop a follow on TikTok, drop a follow on Instagram, support my work with $5 a month on Instagram to subscribe, or with a Venmo in my bio.
¡Marico! ¡Mi mamá, weón! ¡Mi mamá! ¡Marico! ¡Marico! ¡Marico!
¡Está temblando! ¡Está temblando! ¡Ay,
You see, Yahweh Shema Shai ain't want to play with. You see that destruction, man. Let's get the second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? And how you measure the times? Through the prophecies, okay? So that's how we know we're at the end because, well, just like Yahweh Shah spoke in Matthew 24, that there'll be earthquakes in diverse places, right? And we're seeing that in multiple areas throughout, and it's been intensifying throughout the four corners of the earth. Rather it be quote unquote man-made or quote unquote natural disaster, right? It all, once again, it all goes back to Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before. So, all right, the Lord is requiring us to see parts of the signs past. So as we're seeing these prophecies come to pass, all right, what do we do? What does that mean? That means what? We're getting closer to the end. That's why it's time to what? It's been time to repent and turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because the time of destruction and judgment is at hand. The kingdom is at hand. And remind you, the kingdom of heaven starts within you. So that would because what does that come with? A renewing of the mind, turning back, rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, of the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, calling upon the true name, which is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists who the world calls God. By Hashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers, who the world England calls Jesus. Yahweh Shem Shai is the name you must call upon in the time of trouble. Okay. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right. So when we see these judgments go out throughout the four corners of the earth, we know that what? The Lord is visiting this place. Okay. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, all right, this is the topic of discussion right now, earthquakes, right? And uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And see, the end of this world, of this age, of this eon, right, of Esau Edom's kingdom, because he's been put in the power seat, all right, and he's losing. All right, the Lord is showing that this place is over. Okay, because mind you, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's so horrible that he'll destroy himself while trying to do what he wants to do because he's the wicked. All right. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? All right. He's against his own self because he done fucked up the air, the water, the food. All right. So he's destroying even his own people. All right. To carry out his wickedness upon the face of the earth. Okay.